Alright, what's going on? It's John and I like to skate. Today what I'm going to be doing is setting up this new April Shane O'Neill Pro Model deck. It's an 825 with a 14-inch wheelbase. The reason why I'm setting this new one up is because I had the Uto deck before. Great shape. 825 is the exact same shape supposedly. But yeah, I snapped the nose here doing a little kick flippy off of a box. I'll show it here. Yeah. So that was it. I had this deck for about a month. I maybe rode it 3 or 4 times a week, 3 or 4 sessions a week, but it held up real nice. I really like the shape on this one. So anyway, as requested, some of my friends were saying that they wanted to see me grip this thing and then also talk about my setup a little bit. But yeah, take a closer look. Beautiful deck with a dove, blue top, looks real good. Made in Mexico, hecho in Mexico. Mexico, I'm sorry. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start setting this thing up. Here we go, my favorite part. Let's cut this baby open. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, I bought this deck from 9CE out here in Taipei. I think they might be the only store out here that carries April decks. There's a lot of good stores out here in Taipei. If you want to hear more about them or maybe have me visit them, I can go in there. So let's go ahead and grip it up. Oh wait, sorry, we gotta take this sticker off. I hate these stickers, dude. Like a lot of people say, yeah, you don't need to take it off. A lot of people just put the grip right over it. And usually you don't really see that bump, but like mentally I know it's there. And especially with the thinner grip tapes, the thinner grips, I think you can see the bump. But you know, if you use mob or anything that the thicker ones, you don't really have it. Speaking of mob, the shop here, I guess Taiwan, there's a lot of shops here who are out of mob grip. I usually use mob. And it's weird because they're made in Taiwan, but I guess maybe because of COVID or something like that. So yeah, they're out of stock. So I have just basic shop grip, which to me kind of feels like mob. I mean, it's even perforated, all right, just like mob is. So I've ridden a shop grip before. It's not bad. It's not awesome. I find that it does wear out quicker than say mob or grizzly or one of those two. But when I was younger, we didn't really care about what kind of grip we used. Just whatever was lying around. I mean, back in the 90s, we were just using, what was it, Black Magic by Shorties. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so the best way to grip these things, I like to line it up like this. Line it up tail to nose, right? Don't stick it yet. Make sure everything looks fine distance-wise. Oh shit! God damn it! It feels different than mob. It's not as thick. This is not as thick as mob. Usually with mob, it's thick, so it's got like a thing. Okay, so you just lay it down. Oh no, that's not right. See, I already fucked it up. Oh man! All right, here we go. Third time's the charm, right? Third time's the charm. So just line it up, nose to tail. Make sure it's not sticking up too much at the ends. Okay. Yeah, that's fine with me. Looks fine on this side. Yep, stick it down. Then lay it down like that. And like I said, it's perforated, so you shouldn't get any air bubbles or anything. And the toughest part is laying it down. That's the part that I hate the most. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I still can't get it right the first time. All right, so what I do there, I take the paper, lay it on top, flatten it out a little bit. All right, so looks pretty good, looks pretty flat. Take this out for now. What you do after that, get your screwdriver or any kind of metal bar. A lot of people use the tool, and you just kind of scratch it out. Line it up so you know where to cut. All right. This is the fun part. Now, a lot of people really dig in there deep. You don't really need to go that deep. Just enough to see the line. of the deck so that you don't do it. Am I messing it up? Oh, fine. Alright, so go down again, go down the sides. Yep. Yeah, just enough to be able to see the outline of your deck so that when you use the razor, it's an easy cut. You can go around one more time for good measure. And this is my favorite part because, you know, you can kind of see the shape of the deck. Right? It looks a lot different when there's no color. Alright. So before you start cutting, make sure you, you know, lift it up a little bit so that you're not getting any leftovers. Yep, just get a clean cut. Alright, that's about it. Looks good to me. Now it's time to cut. Alright. So I'm going to cut it like this and move my table a little bit. Alright. There we go. So you just stick it in there. Alright. And cut along the paper. Uh-oh. This razor isn't very good. Should have probably invested in a better razor. Salvageable though. Salvageable. Alright. Just make sure you keep it cut close to the thing. Yep, there we go. Going around the nose or the tail. I don't know which part this is. We'll see. It's not cutting very nice. Why is this? Alright. When that happens, what I like to do is I like to start over on the other side. That's always the easiest way to do it. Yep, that should be quick. Oh, the trick is to move your body, not the board. Alright, got that part. Good. Alright, cut down this way. Alright, move my table. Alright, move it over here. Like so. Alright. Yeah. Should just cut off real nice and easy. Wish I had a softer surface. I feel like I'm scratching the bottom of this thing. Yep, here we go. Hit the other side of this. And it's sticking to my razor. I've seen some guys do this real nice. Usually I like to have them do it at the shop just because they do it every day. But, you know, COVID, so we're doing everything mail order now. Alright, so just do the best we can do. I mean, either way, the grip is going to get all messy after you start riding it. Oh, what the hell? Alright. Yeah, for some reason this isn't cutting as nice as Mob. It's like it's strange. Okay. There we go. Alright. That works. Cut this part off right here like so. Alright. So what you can do is you can take a look at your work and see how it does. I did an okay job. Oh yeah, I did it. It's not that bad. Next part you usually do is take a part of the grip that you had, like so. Yep, fold it up like that. And then just kind of sand around the edges. Sand around it. The reason why I do this is so that you don't get any bubbles and it doesn't pop up, you know. Sometimes, especially with the shop grip, you don't know how well it's going to stick to the board. So this kind of, you know, makes it a little bit better. But yeah, overall, I think the shape looks very similar to the Yuto Pro model. But with the April decks, I think they all run the same shape, no matter if you're riding a team deck or a Pro model. I think they're all the same. All right, next part, we're going to be getting we're going to put the hardware on. I am using Yuto hardware. So what I like to do, I mean, people use nails and stuff like that, but I don't care. Just pop it through. Yep. Pop it through the bottom, obviously because you can't see it through the top. Boom. It should just pop right out. do it to the other ones. Yeah, I mean, hardware-wise, it doesn't make a difference. People say Allen's better than Phillips, or 7/8 inch is better than 1 inch. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference. It's all just personal preference. I use the Allen 7/8 just because it's cool, I guess. I grew up skating hardware that I always got the Lucky hardware with the one green bolt in the front, and I saw that Uto's Diamond hardware had the same thing, the one green bolt in the front, and I was like, I really like that, so I decided that I wanted to stay with that whole thing. Yeah, the only problem with the way I do it is that sometimes you have to make sure that if you're popping the bolts from the bottom of the board, the grip will stick out a little bit. So just got to make sure when you put the bolts back in that you kind of fold it back in. All right, and then for me, I'm goofy-footed, so I will always, I don't know, it's always been a thing for me. I put the green bolt on the lower right corner, like so. I don't know if you can see that, the green one. Put the trucks on. I use Indy 144 Hollow, Stage 11s. I think these are the Andrew Reynolds Pro models. I bought these a couple of years ago with the Bones bushings. Right now I'm riding these Bones wheels, 52mm V5s, I think. They're the lock-in wheels. I went to these after I had some Spitfire Formula 4s, the classic shapes. I really like those wheels, and to tell you the truth, I'll probably go back to those wheels after these ones are done. Not to say these are bad, I just like the feel of the Spitfires just a tad better. Bones Reds bearings, nothing special. Pop the shields, of course. The worst part about doing grip jobs at home is definitely all the sand that you're gonna have to eventually clean up. So yeah, anyway, back to the trucks. I use the Bones bushings. They do break a little bit easier. I'm not a heavy skater. I don't jump off of stairs very often. At most I'll do a 1 or 2 foot ledge or something like that. My front bushing did bust, but it's busted and it still rides fine. A busted Bones I think feels better than a stock Indy, even broken in. And especially when doing bolts, I crisscross the tightening. I think I learned that from changing the wheels or tires on my car. And I like to tighten it to the point where it's flat. I know a lot of bolts, I've seen a lot of people that have their bolts sticking out. It just doesn't feel good on the feet. And I'm pretty meticulous about my board setups, so if you have any questions, just let me know. I know I'm just rambling around here, but I'm not trying to make an actual thing out of this. But this is just fun for me to talk about skate things and show you guys a little bit of what I do. I would actually say it's pretty therapeutic for me. Just kind of set up boards and skate them, see how they like. Another shop, Jimmy here, they got in those the Chris Roberts Pro model, the twin tail. I'm really interested in those. And I'm not gonna lie, it sounds cool, but maybe a lot of you, I do a lot of tricks on both my nose and my tail, and I do them for different reasons. So I couldn't imagine having 2 tails, just because I'd probably lose a lot of the tricks that I like to do that require the nose, especially tray flips I do on the nose, nollie, fakie, switch tricks I always do on the nose. Yeah, anyway, that is it. That is my setup right here. All done, ready to go out for a session, maybe in a couple days when the weather gets a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Yep. Good. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you want any more videos for some strange reason, just let me know. Okay, bye-bye.